The San Jose Sharks look to slow down the red-hot Colorado Avalanche. Can they do it?
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen, proudly a part of the Locked On Network, the number one sports podcast network out there. We cover your team every day. And if you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. And we are going to be getting ready for a big time matchup tonight. The Sharks have a couple of these coming up here where the Sharks head to Colorado to face a red hot, like scorching hot Colorado Avalanche team. So we're going to look at how these two teams match up, look at the projected lines for tonight, and what to watch for in this last game before the Thanksgiving break. So let's get started as these two teams match up. Your San Jose Sharks 11-9-3. The Colorado Avalanche 16-1-5. They have one regulation loss this season. Absolutely ridiculous. The Sharks are sitting at 2.91 goals for per game, 22nd in the NHL. Goals out has crawled up to 20th at 3.09. The Avs are scoring 4 goals a game, which is good for first, and they're giving up a little bit more than 2 at 2.18 goals per game, which is also first. The Sharks power play is operating at 18.1%, which is 19th. The Avs at 15.7, their Achilles heel here at 15.7, 25th in the NHL, which is surprising given all the talent they have. The PK, 80.3% for the Sharks, 16th, 87% for the Avs, third. Celebrini leads the Sharks with 14 goals, 20 assists, and 34 points. And Nathan MacKinnon leads the Avs with 17 goals, 20 assists, and 37 points. This Avs team is an absolute juggernaut this season. They are first for goals for, first for expected goals for, fourth for goals against, fourth for expected goals against, first for goal share, first for expected. Like, this team generates offense and it keeps you from generating offense. They score. The goalie's good. The only thing this team needs to work on is the power play, which again, with all that talent, it just feels like at some point is going to start clicking in here. So massive test for San Jose tonight when these two teams face off. For the Avs, Lehkonen, MacKinnon, and Natchez up top, Colton, Nelson, Landeskog, Kelly, Drury, Olofsson, Kivitron, Bardakov, and Ivan, the best name in hockey, round up the fourth line there. Taves, Makar, Manson, old friend Brent Burns, Girard, and Malinsky, and old friend Mackenzie Blackwood starts tonight. As for the Sharks, there's a little bit of game time decision here. Eklund, Celebrini, Smith, Kershev, Wenberg, and then we'll see Toffoli or not if he plays. He is a game time decision. If he doesn't play, the Sharks will go 11-7 because they don't have a 12th forward or a 13th forward on the roster right now with all the defensemen. So Gaudette, Delandria, Graf, Goodrow, Stopchuk, Reeves, Orlov, Liljegren, Ferraro, Mukamadulin, Dickinson, Desharnais. And like I said, if Toffoli is out, Klingberg will draw in as a seventh defenseman. So if Toffoli plays, Klingberg will be out with Askarov starting tonight. So what to watch for in this game? One, these two teams played a few weeks ago on November 1st, right? The Sharks won that game in overtime, game where Askarov, kept the Sharks in it early, and then San Jose really found their game in the third period. It was like a nice, weird, 1 p.m. start, if I recall, on a Saturday. I don't know if that formula is going to work again because, like I said, this Avs team is looking for their 10th straight win tonight. So, to be honest, this game worries me a lot because as great as Askarov has played, I just worry that the Avalanche get on a roll here and then put up like 3 goals in 5 minutes, despite Askarov playing out of his mind. And then the Sharks are kind of playing catch up the rest of the night. That is my biggest worry tonight, is that the Avalanche just like get out to a big lead early and then kind of just coast the rest of the game, and the Sharks just aren't able to get back into it, or they just kind of wave the white flag and kind of just pack up and live to fight another day. So that's my big worry for this game. Is just do not get steamrolled in the first period, because Sharks have been usually pretty good about that. But you can't get steamrolled in the first period, and this Avs team has more than enough firepower to do that. And Mackenzie Blackwood's been playing great. Like, both the goalies have been playing great. This whole team's been playing great. Mackenzie Blackwood had a shutout this weekend. So you got to start fast. You got to start on time. And the Sharks have to find the balance of playing conservatively in this game, but also take advantage of your opportunities, right? This Avalanche team does not give you much. They don't they're scoring almost double the amount of goals that they're giving up this year. They don't give you much. So you're going to have to probably spend plenty of time in your own zone. How well can the Sharks counterattack? And I think that's actually where they're one of their strengths, right? Especially with Celebrini and Smith, getting out on the rush. And yeah, maybe you spend 30 seconds in your own zone, but you get a break, and then you have to, take advantage of those opportunities there. So I think for San Jose, you got to survive some of the punches tonight. Like, you're going to have to survive some of the punches, because we know the Avs are going to throw them, but can you get that counterattack? And I think that'll be a big key for the Sharks' success tonight, is to get that counterattack and to hopefully get be able to land a couple uppercuts, right? You take some body blows, but if you can land an uppercut, I think that's your big chance for San Jose. Askarov is going to have to continue to be on his game tonight, as we've seen from him. At this point, I'm just kind of expecting him to continue to play out of his mind until he stops playing out of his mind. So, and then, the power play, right? We saw it show some signs of life. This is another big test against Colorado. You're going to have to, again, try to get something on the power play tonight. Don't give even though Colorado's power play has been struggling, do not give them opportunities tonight, because that is just too talented of a group to give a bunch of opportunities to. And I think even if Toffoli is out tonight, you got to try to find some secondary scoring. I'm looking at you, William Eklund. Eklund has been a little slow since coming back from his injury, right? He's expected to play with Celebrini and Smith. If he can get going here and maybe pop a goal, I think that's going to be huge. The Wenberg line, right? They're probably going to get matched up against MacKinnon again, as best as Ryan Warsofsky can do. But that line, if that line can get some production as well, it's like we saw from the last game between these two, I think that'll go a long way for the Sharks. But like I said, I don't have a great feeling about this game tonight. I think Colorado, I know they've won 9 in a row, and they're probably due for a loss here, but this team is insanely good. They were my pick to win the cup before the year, and I'm feeling really good about that pick right now. I think the Avs win this game. I think you get I think you get a little bit of everyone just kind of wants to go home and spend time with their families, and then kind of get ready for Friday's game for San Jose. So I think the Sharks start well, but I think this game kind of gets away from them. So I got a 5-2 Avs win tonight, but we'll say Eklund. I think Eklund gets a point. I think Eklund starts to kind of turn things around here. So we'll be back tonight to break down this game. So make sure you're following along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. Until tonight, bye, friends.